Then I have to run to the car to get the saibo.
Is it on? You need to put it in?
What? Except I have to just get the saibo. Yes. Thank you. At least I'm trying to think.
I'm just gonna dig it all out and take it.
Ooh. I wonder if your difference is huge.
Hi, did you pick them up? Okay, they have baggage claim. Yeah, yeah, they're texting saying they don't get service too well, so baggage claim. Okay, and what number between, where are you? Okay, let me text them. Hello? So I just texted Stephanie. Okay, so hopefully she'll get it. Oh, what's on the seat? Outside, elbow, outside, elbows.
Oh, ouch. Sorry. Yeah, look at this. Oh. Hi. Good afternoon, everybody. Minasan konnichiwa. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here at the Whittier-Hill Sales Monthly ceremony. Oh shoot! Wait, I forgot my thing. Then you'll be able to hear me even. One moment. Oh my gosh, I'm so crazy. I'm so sorry. Oh. Then you'll be. Whew. I'm gonna step down. Sorry. I'm sorry. I like this one. I'm so sorry. Hi there, everybody. Okay. I'm so sorry, everybody. I forgot about the audio. Let's put the audio on. So this should be much better. You should be able to hear me. Sorry, I'm so sorry. So sorry. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully all of you can hear me better. Thank you very much for joining us for the Whittier Church's monthly ceremony. I'm so glad all of you are able to be here today. Sorry, we kind of, the view is just a little bit different because we're trying to, we're using something different. But for those of you who are on either Instagram watching us or YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. So without any further ado, I'd like to begin today's monthly service. よろしくお願いします。ちょっとこっちの方が見えないね。はい。No, you cannot see. Sorry. I'm trying to make it where you can see on Instagram. Thank you. します。一度入れ for sincere claps. 天津のりと高間の原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちてすめみおやかむいざなぎのみことつくしのひゅうがのたちばなのおどのあわぎはらにみそぎあらいたまうときにあれませるはらいどのおかみたちもろもろんまがごとつみけがれを払いたまい清めたまえと申すことのよしおはまつ神国つ神やおよろずの神たち共に雨の淵駒の耳振り立ててきこしめせとかしこみも申す。Please open your prayer books to page 2 for the mediation prayer. Oh, sorry, I forgot one more thing. 申し上げます。Please open your prayer books to page 2 for the mediation prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls. On this day, this very moment, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin sama. Kami Prayer, page 3. Reverently we pray. the brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth. Time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is the life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenchi Kane no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings. This is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes. Great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing, began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. Divine Parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day, he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth. And he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered. And he knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenchi Kakitsuke, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Ikigami Konko Daiji. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, through pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami. Without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far, the way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For living unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray. So we earnestly pray. 一度敬礼, please bow your heads in prayer. 剣幕も賢き、ひがみ金光大臣、天地金の大家神様の前に、金光教ウィッティアローシル教会長、井川教師先生の代わりで、金光教教師高橋先生。かしこみも申作。賢かれど、我が天地金の神橋。神未徳、天地にあまねく道渡らせたまい。物皆を生かし、よろずのことを整えさせたまい。飽きても天地の間に住む人間を神の糸仕事めでいつくしみたまいてあるわ。人も賢きことの極みにな。On this warm afternoon here at the Konko Church of Whittier-Hill, on behalf of your beloved children, we've joined in one heart to share our love, sincerity, and appreciation to you, the blessings, favors, guidance, and interventions we have been receiving in the month of April. Thank you very much for your favors you have showered upon each of the Ujiko of the Whittier-Hill Church and the New York, New Jersey gathering. We continue to receive your favor and interventions, especially in these recent times. We offer our hearts of appreciation for the daily goyo of our sixth spiritual patriarch, Kyoshu Konko-sama and his wife, Nobuko Sensei, and their ohana. We pray that you will keep them healthy in order for them to continue with their goyo, and for their children to grow up to be good, industrious, and resourceful individuals to Kongko-kyo and society. We thank you for our parent church, Kongko Church of Fukuzaki. We offer our prayers of appreciation to the Reverend Hironori Ushio, the present head minister. We pray that his mother, Tokoko Sensei, and his family will continue to guide the Fukuzaki Church, its members, and its children churches into the future. We ask to keep him healthy so that he may perform the most sacred of goyo, Horitsugi. Thank you very much for Reverend Wakio Igawa, who began sharing Kongko Daijin's teachings here in Whittier exactly 30 years ago and founded the Whittier Rose Hills Church, as well as the Reverend Kyoshi Igawa, who is the present head minister. Please watch over both of them. At present, they are both living in a senior assisted facility in Princeton, New Jersey. As an Ohana, we pray for healing and protection over our New Jersey family. Heal them physically, mentally, and spiritually, and help them to maintain a positive disposition. Help them to keep their hearts turned to Kami in order to take care and love of each other. Share Kongko Daijin's teachings and help the Ujiko on the East Coast through Toritsugi. Also, today marks the first grand ceremony of the North American Diocese at the New York, New Jersey gathering being held at the home of the Fongs. We pray that there will be many in attendance and allow all those who attend to leave with joy, virtue, and favor galore. Through Konko Daijin, you taught us ten tochi no aida ni sumu ningen wa minna kami no ujiko. Humans living between heaven and earth are all the beloved children of Kami. Was truly important for all of us in light of what has been happening in the world. We ask you to help us to not only keep unconditional love and compassion for all in our hearts, but also to reflect it in our daily lives. Help us to be embracing and loving, kind and generous to all, regardless of race, sexual orientation, size, nationality, one's skin color, gender identity, age, occupation, social status, etc. We pray for the victims of tragedies, natural and human-made disasters to recuperate physically, materially, mentally, and spiritually. Please continue to watch over all who are suffering from illness and disease. We pray for those suffering from mental and physical illnesses and disorders such as dementia, cancer, COVID-19, heart diseases, diabetes, etc. Your divine intervention and favor, grant these individuals a renewed life and guide them to becoming useful individuals to society. We also pray for caretakers. We pray that you will allow them to get time off for themselves. Allow them a moment of sanity and serenity, and give them the additional strength to continue loving and caring for their loved ones. As we continue working to achieve our goals in our individual lives, whether it be for our occupation, studies, relationships, and personal growth, help us to remember to enjoy the blessings we are receiving every day. And we ask for your protection and guidance with every step that we take. Please give us the strength to move forward in all aspects of our lives. And help us to live a Kami-centered life, as we are all allowed to live in the universe through your grace. Help us in developing our relationships with you through daily prayer and Toritsugi, and help us to be the light that gives hope to those in despair. And may our prayers be heard and answered for every soul who needs hope, laughter, and your favor. In alignment with our parent church, we pray that our 30th anniversary in 2024, this year, that we are able to renew our faiths and our relationships with you. We pray that we will have a membership of 2,000 members and daily worshipers of 1,000 believers. We pray for our 30th anniversary, that 1,000 plus believers will be in attendance from not just the Whittier Rose Hills Church, from also just the Whittier Rose Hills Church alone. However, we know that it all begins with the individual faith of the believer to enrich themselves before they can reach out and help others. Yami-kon-ko Daijin-sama Tenchi Kane-sama, we implore you to please use us as your instruments of peace, to make an impact big or small on our communities, cities, counties, and countries. Guide us in our hearts and our actions to be embracing, loving, kind, and generous. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, let us offer forgiveness. Where there is discord, especially with the wars occurring in the Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, Israel, and Iran. Let us build peace. Kami-sama, at this time, we pray for the recovery of Reverend Masako Seselina Kikekawa. Kami-sama, through her faith and ours, we pray that all meguri associated with her situation melt away. Let her faith be that of the Kikikawa family, and let it rise like the phoenix. Let Masako Sensei be the light needed to save her family and others. We sincerely pray that her recovery will be the impetus for many to revive their hearts, their faiths, and their relationships with you. As I bring this prayer to a close, it is our prayer that we can end this month safely, in peace and harmony, in love and joy. We pray that the blessings and favors of today's service is granted and received by all here today and those who could not join us. Me ke aloha pume hana, mahalo anui e, our beloved Ikami Konko Daijin, Tenchi Kane no Kami. Now, please raise your heads. Chido tomoni haire 4 sincere cups along with the head officiant. Please open your prayer books to page 6 for the recitation of the Tenchi Kakitsuke. Kigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Isshin ni negae. Kigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Isshin ni negae. Kage wa waga kokoro ni ari. Kage wa waga kokoro ni ari. 今月今日で頼め。今月今日で頼め。Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within. Hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray. Please open your prayer books to page 7 for the Adoration Prayer. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the Divine Parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, Earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami. Chido Haire, 4 sincere claps. Chido Haire, 4 sincere claps. Please open your prayer books to page 11 for prayer to the departed souls. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you were given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your lives retold from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us. Chido Keire, please bow your heads in prayer. 甘くも賢き、これのいてあろうヒル教会のご霊殿につきまつるご霊人様に。Starting with the Kandori family, Konko family, Shio family, Kawakami family, and Nakabayashi family, including the late Reverend Akinobu Konko, I respectfully call upon the following families to join us today. Konko Daijin sama no go ryoshin, birth parents of Konko Daijin, Gosonpu sama, father Juhei Kandori, Bobodo sama, mother Shimo Kandori, adopted parents of Konko Daijin, Fumejiro Kawate, Iwa Kawate, Kawate family, Nishimoto family, Takazawa family, Hideshima family, Otsubo family, Nakayama family, Niiyama family, Goto family, Nishi family, Takeda family, Tateno family, Tsuyuki family, Uzunoe family, Yukawa family, Igawa family, Ikari family, Fujimoto family, Kikikawa family, Matsumoto family, Saiki family, Tanaka family, O'Farrell family, Ivy family, Sanchez family, Landeros family, Hueli family, Fong family, Ping family, Ota family, Lim family, Ayabe family, Brown family, Klaus family, Fukagawa family, Fujimoto family, Furuya family, Horn family, Inoue family, Karakawa family, Kent family, Kitaka family, Lang family, Matsui family, Miyagawa family, Moriwaki family, Nakatsu family, Nakayama family, Okazaki family, Omura family, Sugimoto family, Tagami family, Taniguchi family, Tepnappa family, Umemoto family, Urata family, Wata family, Watanabe family, Yamamoto family, Yamauchi family, Yasutake family, Boyaju family, King family, Spencer family, Quinzer family. Thank you all for watching, guiding, and protecting us in our daily lives. We also honor those who passed away in the month of April. The third Konko Sama, Reverend Setsutane Konko, Reverend Shinnichiro Shirakami Sr., Reverend Akimichi Kondo, 80 years, Reverend Tomie Takahashi, Reverend Shinnichiro Shirakami II, Reverend Teru Sato, 75 years, Reverend Yoshifusa Nishida, Reverend Mitsutoshi Sato, Mitsugi Ota, Takasuke Okamoto, 9, Kakutaro Omura, Kikigawa Chinko, Martin Luther King Jr., George Yoshio Yamamoto, Asao Kitani, William Kenjiro Yasuda, Jean Miyuki Waki, Linda Louise Fong, Kunimi Hironaka, Takeyama Yoriko. We also offer prayers of peace and healing to those who passed due to the wildfires on Maui and wars taking place in the Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, Israel, and Iran. Please return to Parent Kami's bosom of love, hope, grace, and virtue. And to all Mitama, please receive the offerings placed before you as simple tokens of our appreciation, as well as our hearts and prayers of love, appreciation, and sincerity. We ask that all the Mitama called forth today, please be with your descendants. Please continue to watch over, guide, and protect all of us. Let us continue this walk together in love and abundance, together in this year of the dragon 2024. まだ好きかけて祈らないよ世の親。親の身親の神の支配よ。たまだ好きかけて祈らないよ世の親。親の身親の神の支配よ。Now, please raise your heads. Tomoni haide 4 sincere claps along with the head officiant. Please open your prayer books to page 14 for the ancestral prayer. Dear Mitama spirits, everlasting and integral part of the divine parent of the universe, we pray that the Mitama of our ancestors and family, as well as the Mitama of all people, are at eternal peace and happiness. To you who have gone before us, we give thanks wholeheartedly for paving the way through hardships and self-sacrifice, in order that we who are here today can receive all the benefits of your endeavors. To you, our ancestral spirits, we gratefully acknowledge the protection and guidance which you have bestowed upon us. We pray that you continue to protect and guide us throughout our daily lives. We pray that we will realize and develop your divine virtue this and every day. Chido Haire, 4 sincere claps. Ooh, I don't know who's there, but hi. Oh, Sean, hi there. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking for this one thing. I forgot to put it back here. Oh, wait, wait, I have it. I promise. I know what side to look at. Oh, there it is. I found it. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us today at the Whittier Rose Hills Church's monthly service. You know, last month I took a group of students, 13, plus myself, plus my colleague who's my chaperone, and 2 parents on a trip to Japan. And it was it was really amazing because my kids did me so well. Like I looked so good, and we were joined with a group from Oklahoma. Um, on this trip, and the Oklahoma people had missed their flight and everything, and I really wish they were there on that first tour of Tokyo because my God, my kids made me look so good. The tour guide was saying, "Oh, was trying to teach them characters and vocabulary," and I'm like, "Eastlake, go, Eastlake, go! Just tell her, don't be shy, just tell her. You all know this. You all know this." And they were telling her all the answers, and she's like, "Oh my God, in my 10 years of doing guide work, this has never happened before. No one has ever answered my questions. I always have to teach them." And, my students, I had, before we left, we had 4 different workshops. And, I was teaching them different about Japanese culture and everything. And when the group from Oklahoma finally arrived, it was slowly they got to know each other, and I was so proud of my kids because they were one kid from Oklahoma. The kid doesn't know, so he pokes his chopsticks in the rice, and my kid's like, "No, no, no, no! We don't, in Japanese culture, they don't do that because of this." And I'm like, "Did you just teach the Oklahoma? Oh, I'm so proud! Oh boy." And my kids, when we gave them free time, they were able to problem solve. They were able to critically think about, okay, I don't have that much Japanese, but how can I get back to the hotel, or how can I get to this place? I want to find this place. We gave them till 10 o'clock to be back in their rooms. They were in their rooms by 10, but they were able to find the things they wanted to find. I was so proud, just so amazingly proud. My students did me so good. You have no clue how good they did me. Um, and I was so proud of them, you know. But i- that trip, I had 2 really weird dreams. In the beginning, the one on the like maybe the second day of the trip, I had this dream where I was trying to protect these people. In order to protect these people, I had to get them into this room. It was a very vivid dream. And we were under attack. And so, in order to protect them, this was the only place to protect them. And apparently, there were some spies, and we had to get the spies as well. And I saw Queen Latifah, of all people, Queen Latifah, and I love Queen Latifah. Don't get me wrong, I love her to death. Queen, and she was in her role as the Equalizer. Now, I've never watched the Equalizer, but I know what the show is about. And she was in her role as the Equalizer. She was backing me up. She was supporting me. She was shooting the spies. She knew who the spies were. I'm like, oh, okay, great. So that was dream one. I woke up like, whoa, what is Queen Latifah? And I even posted it on my Facebook, like, what is Queen Latifah doing in my dreams? Like, I've never dreamt about her, but okay. So then the second dream was incredibly violent. And I've never had a violent dream like this. And I was attacking someone. I was beating them down and beating them down and beating them down. And someone had to pull me back. And I didn't know who this person was. But then I broke free and I kept beating them. I kept beating them and I kept beating them until the alarm clock woke me up. Like, wow, that was like it was so vivid. Like my heart was racing. I felt like I was beating somebody up. I couldn't figure out what that dream was about. I thought those are the strangest. And after that, I had no more dreams like that. And it bothered me. Like I don't have violent dreams. And those are kind of violent dreams. I don't know about Queen Latifah one, but the second was kind of violent. But throughout the trip, things were occurring, things were taking place, um, and it wasn't until an incident happened where one of the parents had been yelled at by our tour director. Now, this person is with us from the very beginning to the very end. Okay, very beginning to the very end, he's with us, and I had been having some problems with him myself. But I kept it. I kept things. I just kept it. I refused to let the kids know. Refused to tell anybody. And this parent got yelled at. And then this parent did not use nice words. She said, "How long have you been dealing with this? Beep, 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 beep." And I said, "Oh, since this trip." And then she goes, "Don't beep, 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 beep me. Don't beep. I want to know beep, beep, beep. How long?" I said, "Oh, since step 2 of the planning process." And she's like, "We figured, my husband and I have been talking, and we realized you've been putting up with a lot of beep." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And they too have been struggling. Like they were trying to be the peacekeepers on this trip, knowing that something was not right. But they kept being the peacekeeper. They knew I wasn't saying much. And then they got yelled at. And then they realized, no, we can't do this any longer. This isn't right. And my colleague, oh my gosh, this woman is a saint. She was trying to be the peacekeeper. And I told my colleague what was going on. I shared with her what had been going on from step 2 of this trip process. And she was like, she was the peacekeeper. She was doing everything she could to be the olive branch until the night before we're supposed to leave. And I get into the hotel. I see her on the same floor as me, and she goes, "Ooh, I cannot repeat the words that she said. I cannot. They're not pretty." I listened to what she was telling me, and she goes, "Takahashi, you called it. You called it. You called it. And I did not listen to you. And I was trying to be the peacekeeper. And I know you were trying to be the peacekeeper. And I really, no, but you called it. I feel like a fool." And and she just let it all out. And it wasn't until we returned to and believe me, even on that last day, the day before we were supposed to leave, I encountered another issue. I didn't tell anything. I just emailed, I texted my colleague. I said, "Hey, I need you to take over everything for just the timing. I have to deal with a huge issue that just came up with this trip." And she goes, "Okay, I got it." Um, and I dealt with it. Oh, I dealt with it. Believe me, I dealt with it. Um, But here's the thing, when we landed and we finally were able to catch the bus back to from Los Angeles International Airport back to Eastlake High School where I teach at, everyone was dead asleep. And I decided to have a conversation with Kamisama, a deep conversation with Kamisama. And I promise, I've always told you when I have a conversation, I just kind of talk out loud. I promise this time I wasn't talking out loud. I didn't want people to think I was crazy. I didn't want the bus driver to think I was crazy. So I just had this conversation with Kami-sama. And I said, why? Why did I go through all of this? This didn't have to be. I did otodoke with Oya Sensei. I prayed about this. Why? And I did my best. And the first thing I saw were my parents' faces. And then I heard a word. The word was intoku, intoku. And it hit me. And I said, oh, oh. And I kept thinking about the dream. I kept thinking about the two different dreams. I kept thinking about my actions. And I thought about my parents. And I thought about intoku. Now, intoku is a word that's only mentioned once in the entire Kyoto, amongst all the teachings of the Kyoto. It's only mentioned once in here. And let me read you the teaching where it comes from. It says, and this comes from the Omichi Annai, which is a book that was created by the late Reverend Shirakami Shinichiro. When he realized just how beautiful this faith was, he wanted to spread this faith amongst the world. So he wrote the Omichi Annai. And so this comes from his book. Do not get upset when a thief steals something from you. Believe that you escaped a larger misfortune by having a smaller one. Think that if the thief had stolen from other people's homes instead of yours, the other people might have suffered much more. You should be concerned about the thief's future and pray wholeheartedly for him and mend his ways. Everything you do, and this is where intoku comes in, everything you do should be virtuous without calling attention to yourself. Everything you do should be virtuous without calling attention to yourself. You know, when as we get older in life, and some of you might, I don't know who's watching on this, I don't know what age you are, but as we get older in life, we discover things, secrets our parents had. You know, and I know when it comes to my mother, she has a ton of secrets. And I slowly peeled them back. And I will admit, there were times I was very upset. Like, what the beep? Why the beep? And I think as I grew older, and especially through this experience, I'm reevaluating the way I view my mom and the actions that she took, the secret actions that she took, the secret reasons behind when she said or did what she did. And I can't help but to find appreciation. And I don't know who's a parent out there, and I know there's a parent in here at the moment, but I don't doubt that there are things that we keep from our children so that they can have a better life, so they can be better off than we were, so they can do things, do things, and be things. And we hide that, we take that. And I don't know if it's an Asian thing. I don't know if other cultures have this. Maybe it's an Asian thing, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just a Japanese thing, I'm not sure. But and I almost burst into tears as we got closer to San Diego. I almost burst into tears thinking, God, the secrets my parents must have that I don't know about. And then I made this connection to Kami-sama. The secrets Kami-sama has that we don't know about. You know, can you imagine, ask yourselves, like, why Kami-sama was I not allowed to receive this okage? There had to be something. Why was I allowed to receive this okage? I didn't do anything special. Why this? Why that? The secrets Kami-sama holds and doesn't share with us. So we could become the person we are today. So we can continue to grow and become a better people in our lives. Even now, I've been, even since the trip, this is a theme that I think about on a constant daily basis. What are the secrets? And I say that because I too kept secrets from my students. And even though I'm not a parent, thank God, I have to tell you, ooh, when I hear a baby crying, that I call that birth control. I cannot. I love giving my nephews and nieces back to their parents. Like, there you go. thank you very much. I can only handle them for a few hours. Thank you. Um, but that's just me. But the secrets but I went through this experience to understand what my parents have gone through. My kids made me look damn good. And they don't need to know what I've been through. Those parents that came along with us made me look so good because they said, what word? They would ask, what words can I say to the bus driver? What can I say this? Or how can I? Oh my gosh, you want to learn, you want to use your language skills. You're following customs and culture. Damn, you make my colleague made me look damn good because she's a white woman. But let me tell you, as a white woman, she followed the rules. She spoke language, even though that would be a third language she was learning because she speaks Spanish. And they didn't need to know anything because they came back happy, content. Their suitcases were filled with things. I don't know if parents want to see what things they filled, but they filled them to the brim. They were happy. They didn't need to know. And yet, I had a parent when we came back to the school. I had a parent come up to us. He said, "Thank you." He goes, "I need to hug you." I go, "Okay, you can hug me." And he hugged me and he said, "I cannot believe you're willing to give up your meal for my kids." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" I began to realize kids watch us. Kids see us. And he said, "You served my kid. You served other kids, and you were willing to give up your own meal so that they could eat." And I stopped. I said, "No, I didn't. I promise." I lied to the parent. He goes, "Don't lie to me because my kid texted me all that information." Thank you. Kids see us. They see the secrets. They see our actions. And no parent is perfect. Before I left for the Whittier church, Wakiko Sensei I remember the day that we were supposed to leave, she grabbed my arm. And even though she has dementia, that dementia was slowly getting to her, she grabbed my arm. And out of the blue, she said a whole bunch of things to me. She said, "Todd, you need to respect and honor your foundations, because if you don't, you will not receive Okage. You must honor the Tamamizu church as your parent church. For if you do not, you cannot receive Okage." And then she said one thing that I never really share with other people. The final thing she said before she snapped out of this I don't know what she was in, this trance she was in. She said, "Parents make mistakes from time to time." That was, I come back to that because I know maybe my parents made a mistake. I don't know what mistakes I may have made on this trip. Maybe I was all bitchy and grumpy. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but I was grumpy because I was just tired one day and I couldn't keep my happy face on. Um, or I was just exhausted and frustrated because I couldn't get something done. And I maybe snapped at a kid. I don't know. Or I kept something from the kids that they didn't need to know. We don't come with instruction books. And I cannot, and what Kiko Sensei's words remind me that parents are not perfect. I am not perfect. My own parents are not perfect. My parent church head minister is not perfect. We all make mistakes from time to time. So, I think I bring this up because it's the most recent thing, and it's something that I continue, not in a bad way, not dwell on in a bad way, but dwell on it. I've been dwelling on it in a very positive manner. I ask all of you, for those of you who have parents, whether dead or alive, think about them, reflect about them, and the secrets that they hold, that, whether it be positive or negative, to find love and forgiveness for them. I think this, even though I will never be able to experience what a parent truly, truly goes through, for that one brief 11-day moment, I got to experience what a parent goes through, the joys, the pains. Sometimes you just want to give the kid back to somebody else, just drop the kid off and leave them somewhere else. And yet, you only want the best for that child. I ask that you please reflect on that. And then you take it one step further to kamisama. What are the secrets kamisama has held? What are the secrets and why did kamisama hold on to those secrets? Why is it kamisama did not grant you that favor or granted you that favor? To really think about that. And I think this is the perfect time to begin that reflection process, because as we head into Godaisai, as we are in the Godaisai season for kamisama, I hope that you will reflect just how blessed and fortunate we are, you are. It's not easy sometimes. But I think with my new lenses and my new experiences, and the fact that I'm going through this process of reflection practically every single day, I'm finding more and more to be grateful for and not grumpy about. Well, sometimes I'm grumpy, but I'm trying to change that. But I ask that you please reflect not just on your parents, go from here, your parents, to kamisama. So with that, I'd like to end today's sermon right here. Thank you again for joining us. Our next service should be the third Sunday of May. The third Sunday of May should be 12 plus 7 is the 19th. Should be the 19th of May. So we look forward to seeing you all there. Please take care. Please stay safe. And ahui ho. Want to say goodbye? Oop, oop.